Welcome to the second episode of Diaspora Dishes, a series of ION's Belgium's and Luxembourg's Diaspora Insights Podcast, where we discuss the connection between diaspora members in Belgium, the connection to food, and their cultural heritage. In this episode, we sit down with Anita Munyaneza, food consultant and podcast host of Cassava Talks. Hi everyone, my name is Ines and today I'm here with Anita Munyaneza. Maybe you could quickly introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Anita Munyaneza, as you said it. I am of Rwandan origin. I've been living here in Belgium for almost 30 years and I'm a consultant in communication and marketing for the food sector.
All right. And like you said, your origins are of Rwanda. What is your favorite food or recipe of Rwandan origins?
Well, there's many things that I like, and in Rwanda, actually, our way of eating is a kind of buffet meal. Mm-hmm. So if I got to fix my own plate, I think I will put cassava leaves stew. We call it isombe. In some countries, we call it sakasaka or pondu. And I will put rice.
Mm-hmm.
I like almost all rice-based dishes.
Yeah.
But my favorite is pilau,
mm-hmm.
which is of Indian origin, but you can have it in many East African countries.
Mm-hmm.
And also something beans, like a stew of beans. And if it's not vegetarian, I will add a stew of goat meat. And an avocado, because that meal is not complete if there's no avocado.
Yeah, okay. Nice. And so you are a communications and marketing consultant focusing on the food sector. Can you maybe tell me more about what your job entails and what a day in the life of Anita feels like?
Yeah, so I present myself as a communication and marketing consultant in the food sector, because this is where I'm heading. This is what I would like to do. I would like to focus on this sector. But for the moment, my clients are not really in the food sector.
Yeah.
They are some NGOs, individuals. They are doing a lot of things. But what I'm trying to do is to switch and focus really in the food sector, and mainly in the Afrofood sector. Mm-hmm. But what I will do for those clients is what I'm already doing for my actual clients, and is marketing mostly based on content creation. Mm-hmm. So I create strategies, content creation strategies, and I also provide services of more operational, like writing newsletters, blog articles. I don't do really social medias apart from LinkedIn posts. Mm-hmm. So I'm always, I keep in touch with everything food related, Afro-food related.
Yeah.
And I have also my podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I imagine that when you focus a lot on food, that you have seen African or diaspora food evolve throughout the years here in Belgium. How do you see that? How has it evolved throughout the years?
Yeah, there's many things have changed. Like if you see a couple of years ago, business owners of Afro-food restaurants, for instance, they didn't promote their businesses. Mm-hmm. Maybe because they were not informed or educated on the importance of communication or marketing, but also maybe the public they were targeting already knows where the businesses were, so they didn't have to promote. Mm-hmm. But now new business owners, they have, and thanks to social media, mm-hmm. they have started to promote, to create all those digital lives of their businesses. But the other thing that has changed is the way people see the people who are producing food. Mm-hmm. Because, and this is due to the reality TV shows, like cooking reality TV shows. When once again in France, we have those shows where we have seen chefs like Maurice Sacco or Georgina View, who are now Michelin star chefs. And I think if they haven't been in those reality TV shows, maybe people were still thinking that African chef can't be that big. So I think all those things, internet, this new way of showing, of creating TV shows, maybe they have helped changing things.
Yeah, it's definitely true, yeah. And so when I looked up your podcast, I saw that you not only highlight the work of diaspora members that work on food-related subjects, but that you also explain some of the history of African food. And what are your goals with that podcast?
Well, my goals have actually changed. Like the first version of the podcast, my idea was to go to meet people who are interested in Afro food. They could be chefs or shop owners or content creators, but anybody interested in African food. And the idea was to have a conversation where this person will share where they share their experiences, they will share their dreams, where they give tips, where they share their story, where they really share what they are doing, and also for my audience to be maybe inspired or even to grab a new address. And this was the goal of the first version of Cassava Talks. But now I'm shifting and I'm having another way to create it, not to start from a personality, but to start from a topic. Because before that, Cassava Talks, my podcast, was just a side project. But now I want to include Cassava Talks and all the content I'm creating, actually, to include this in my marketing strategy. And now the way I'm going to do it is to start from a topic which will be interesting for the people I'm targeting as prospect, or also maybe a topic which is being discussed in the community, always food related, of course. And once I have found this topic or this discussion, now I'm going to try to find with who I can discuss this topic. Yeah. So not starting from the top, from a personality, but now starting from a problematic, a conversation, a topic, and see what kind of conversation we can have around that topic.
Yeah. Okay, very interesting. In your experience, how do you anticipate that your work will influence the connection to the African diaspora in Belgium on a cultural level?
I think there's something, maybe I've already a little bit addressed it. For me, it's all about telling stories. I'm more about telling stories. And I hope that all I'm planning to do in content creation, with the podcast, with my social medias, with the newsletter, with I want to do also a blog, and I hope all this work will inspire people and also allow me to tell the stories of those people. So I think my work at the first place will be to try to let people know that they have to tell stories, the importance of telling our stories. But then after that is to help them using the stories, using content creation to develop their businesses.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And when you want to focus on these stories, what do you think the next steps are in your future with diaspora food related subjects? What do you plan to do?
I would like to create a guide that will allow us, but also everybody who wants to go to an African restaurant, to have this guide where you can see what is the offer in Brussels. But I don't want to create a simple guide, because I know there's already some guides available on the internet, but I want to add in that guide this story dimension, because I want people who go to a restaurant to know that it's more than a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's the story of a person, of a family, of a community, of a country. And I think people will appreciate better the food, better the experience, if they know all the stories around what has been created.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but that's really nice. It's also really nice to hear that you not only want to highlight your own experience, but also that of other people. Like people of diaspora, we do not always like get the voice or like the room to express ourselves.
Yeah, and I think we really need to do that. And if whenever I have a platform to allow other people to tell their stories, it's kind of my responsibility to do it, because I know that also other people will give me the opportunity to tell my story, and there's something, it's circular. It's something we got to do for each one for another.
All right, but that was the last question. And so thank you for joining this podcast.
Thank you for having me.